Hello class, this one we are going to do is day 2, part 2. And we are going to try to recreate this particular model. Alright, with that being said, as I stated before, there's multiple ways of recreating and different techniques of doing this. This is just one way, this is the way I'm going to do it. This one being a little bit more difficult, so with that being said, it may take a couple more pauses here and there. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started with it. First off, I'm going to go ahead and title it. Title it however you want to, and I'm going to title mine Day 2, Part 2. All right. Now that we have it saved, I typically don't need that. And so starting off, what I'm going to do is draw the base like we usually do. And what I'm going to, the base is going to be 145 inches, comma, 72, and no spaces, and hit return. Quite big. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it up 84 inches. So push and pull, let's go 84. And now that I've got this, I'm going to go ahead and start resizing it. So I can zoom in, zoom out, and I'm going to kind of look at the way it looks like in the model. So I'm at the same angle. So what I want to do is I want to cut this bottom section out. So when I cut this bottom section out, I'm going to just look at the bottom section of it. And what I know is I need to go over 6 feet or 72 inches. So I'm not sure how far that is. So what I'm going to do is use my measure and say from here to here, I need to go over 72. And that's where I'm going to cut my line off. Easy enough. Let's get a different angle now. What I need to do is I know that I'm going to go up 6 inches. So I need to figure out where that is and just type in 6. And there it is. And lastly, I need to go over 4 feet 2 inches, which is 50 inches. So let's go over 50 inches. From here to here is 50 inches. Voila. So this is what I need to cut out. With that being said, let's go get the rectangle and get this section. So I'm at the intersection from here to here, and I'm going to push until I get to this line. Here's my push icon. I select this, and I'm going to go until it gets on the line. Voila. And that's how we get the bottom section out. Once again, there are a few different ways of redoing that. So I kind of played around with it a couple times, and I figured for me this was one of the easier ways. So I did that. Okay. Next, what I want to do is, before I start working on the face of this, I'm going to cut off the back section real quick. So the back section, I know I need to cut off 3 feet from this to here is 3 feet. So I need to measure that. So I'm going to measure from here to here. I need to go 3 feet or 36 inches. And that's the line. And I'm going to draw a rectangle once again and push it down. And I need to grab my rectangle, grab it from here to here, and I'm going to push this down. And let's see, by looking at the assignment, how far do I want to go down? I want it, the total height is 84, and according to the drawing, I need to leave 2 feet 1 inches, which is 25 inches. So 84 inches minus 25 inches gives me 59 inches. So I'm going to go down 59. Hit return, and that gives me that shape. Okay, so it kind of gives me the start. I'll work on the back a little bit later. So the front, I'm going to work on the face of this, and quite a few different ways that we can work on this. Let's see. First thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the midpoint. So from here to here, I know that we went over 72 inches, which half of that would be 36. So let's measure 36 inches. So let's go from here to here. Let's go 36 inches. Okay, so this is midpoint. So that should be 18 inches and that should be 18 inches. Okay, good. Next, what I want to do is I want to come up from the bottom base. I want to come up 2 feet 6 inches, which is equivalent of 30 inches. So I'm going to come up 30 inches from here to here. That's going to be 30 inches. And do the same thing from the top, but this time instead of doing 30 inches, they asked me to do 2 feet, which is the same as 24 inches. So go down 20, let's see, go down 24, return. Voila. Okay, so now we got that working. And if I want to find a dead center point here, I could kind of measure, let's see, what is it from here to here? It tells me it's 2 feet 6 inches, which is also saying 24, which is saying 30. So I want to go down 15. So that's dead center. Well, not dead center, but that's the center point for where we're going to draw the radius. There's 2 different circles that we need to deal with in this case, and I'm going to go ahead and draw both circles. I want to draw the first circle, which is going to have a radius of 12. From the center point, go 12, enter, that's 1. And the second larger circle is going to be 25 inches. So I'm going to do the same thing and then come out 25. And now that I've got my I've got all those, almost looks like a bullseye. So now what I want to do is I want to grab my pencil and I want to draw marks from this corner to this corner and all the way across. We'll see. So I'm going to go from here to here. Do you see how it was kind of playing? It wasn't on the line, so I just zoomed in. And one last one, which is from here to here. All right. The reason why I did that was I want to now get this section and push it back. And how far do we push it back? It says go back 1 foot or go back 12 inches. So here's my push icon. I select this and I want to go in 12. There we go. Same thing here. Go in 12 and that looks good. Next thing I want to do is let's go ahead and push this circle all the way through. It needs to be hollow. So go here until it goes to where it says on edge. And now we see that it's gone through. And same thing with this guy. Let's go back. How far? 12, just like the other one. It matches. And now that looks good. Let's start erasing some of these items. We don't need to see all these. Erase, erase. Okay. Erase that line, and voila, there's the front of it. The front face is done. I'm not going to put any measurements. You guys know how to do that. So I'm going to worry about the last section, which is let's worry about our back. All right, so our back, what we're going to do is, according to the directions, we want to go in 2 feet, 24 inches. So from here to here is 24, voila. And from here to here, 24, voila. So that's good. So with that being said, let's see what the line is from here to here. And it says it's 24. So let's go in from here to here. Let's go in 12. And we know that this is our midpoint. According to the drawing, we want to go in 4 feet 2 inches. And 4 feet 2 inches is 4 feet 2 inches is 50 inches. So I'm going to draw from here to here, go in 50. And that's where my circle is going to be drawn. Right here, I'm going to draw my circle until it touches the edges. Let's zoom in a little bit just so we can see it better. And until we touch the edge, like so. That looks good. And now let me move it over a little bit, get a little bit different of a look. Draw the pencil from this point to this point to this point, and let's see if we can push it down. And if we do, we'll be done. Let's see if this will push down for me. Go all the way until it goes to where it says on edge, like so. And there we go. We are now complete with this assignment. Once again, this one is a little bit more complicated. And with that being said, there are many, many different ways that you can recreate this object. So please feel free and have fun in creating this object. Thank you, class.